Hello everyone, today we lift the veil on the most ruthless, rational, and politically explosive institution that turned Qin from a marginal frontier state into China's first universal empire. The Qin dynasty's rank inheritance system, built on two non-negotiable principles: demoted succession for every noble rank, and the iron rule of no merit, no title. To understand Qin is to understand this system. It destroyed the thousand-year-old hereditary aristocracy, weaponized every family for war and farming, and created a social machine that conquered all warring states, yet self-destructed in little more than a decade. This is not folk legend. Every detail comes from Qin legal slips, the Book of Lord Shang, and records of the Grand Historian, the gold standard of ancient Chinese historical texts. Before Shang Yang's reforms in 356 and 350 BCE, Qin, like all Zhou Dynasty states, lived by the hereditary aristocracy system. Titles, land slaves, and official posts passed unchanged from father to eldest son, regardless of ability or service. A noble's son was born, a noble. A peasant's son died, a peasant. The royal clan enjoyed endless privilege by blood alone. This stagnant system left armies weak, governance corrupt, and states unable to mobilize total national power. Shang Yang saw this fatal flaw and burned it to the ground, replacing it with a 20-grade military merit nobility system, the Zhou system that tied every rank, every privilege, and every inheritance directly to state service, especially military victory. The first iron law demoted inheritance. Qin law mandated that all noble ranks below the 19th grade, Ne Marquis, and 20th grade, She Marquis, must be inherited one grade lower. A father who died with a 9th grade Wu Dafu rank would pass only an 8th grade Gongcheng to his eldest son. A 4th grade Biuzheng became a 3rd grade Zanyao. A 2nd grade Shangzao fell to 1st grade Gongxi. Only the two highest Marquis ranks, granted exclusively for extraordinary state and military achievements, could pass full title to the heir, and even these could be stripped for crimes or failure to serve the state. Lower ranks vanished within 2 to 3 generations without new merit. Land, housing, servants' tax, exemptions, legal commutations, and even military rations all declined with each demoted inheritance. A soldier who risked his life to earn a mid-level rank could not secure permanent wealth for his descendants. Their status would erode unless they earned new merit on the battlefield or in state labor. This design prevented the rise of a permanent, independent aristocracy that could challenge central authority, a fatal problem that crippled every Zhou feudal state. The second, even more brutal law, no merit, no title. This rule targeted the heart of old power, the Qin royal clan. Records of the Grand Historian states, clearly members of the imperial clan, who have no military merit, shall not be entered into the imperial family register. No merit meant no noble status, no rank, no land, no public honor, no matter how close one was to the Qing king, or later, the first emperor. Rich merchants, land-owning gentry, and royal relatives all lived under the same rule. Wealth could not buy nobility. Blood could not buy rank. Only verified merit, beheading an enemy armored warrior, capturing a fortress, farming surplus grain, or arresting criminals earned a grade. One enemy armored head equaled one rank, one cheng of farmland, one house plot, and one dependent servant. Officers earned higher ranks by leading victories. Common soldiers climbed the 20-grade ladder, one head at a time. Privilege was temporary, conditional, and revocable. A noble convicted of a crime lost rank. A family without new merit lost status within a generation. Let us paint the daily reality of this system. A Qin soldier ate differently, based on rank 3rd grade. Zanyao got polished rice sauce and soup. 2nd grade Shangzao ate only unpolished rice. Common soldiers ate whatever filled their stomachs. A mid-rank noble commanded land and tenants, but his son inherited less, and his grandson might hold no rank at all without new merit. A royal prince who refused to fight could not use the imperial surname publicly, could not wear noble robes, and could not attend court. This created a society obsessed with merit. Men volunteered for the most dangerous fronts, farmers pushed for maximum harvests, and local officials enforced laws with brutal efficiency, all to earn or preserve rank. This is why Qin armies became warriors of tigers and wolves, unstoppable across the warring states. Politically, this system was a masterstroke of centralization. By destroying hereditary privilege, Qin eliminated rival power blocks that had fragmented Zhou for centuries. All authority flowed from the state through merit ranks. Officials and nobles were agents of the throne, not independent lords. The central government could mobilize millions of soldiers, laborers, and farmers, instantly building the Great Wall, link, canal, and national road system in years. But this system carried a fatal paradox. It demanded endless merit to sustain status, which required endless expansion and labor. Once Qin unified China, external wars slowed. Common people and lower nobles could no longer earn ranks easily. Demoted inheritance, erased family gains, and no merit, no title left, even imperial relatives resentful. The elite lost motivation. The masses suffered under unrelenting state demands. The very system that built Qin destroyed it as rebellion erupted across the empire, barely 10 years after the first emperor's death. Many viewers ask, was this system fair? By ancient standards, it was radically meritocratic. A peasant's son could rise to high rank through courage. A noble's son fell to poverty without merit. It ended feudal inequality and created social mobility unseen in the Western Zhou period. But it was also a totalitarian machine that reduced people to tools of state power. There was no mercy for idleness, no safety for inherited status, no escape from state demands. It was a system built for conquest, not governance, brilliant for war, catastrophic for peace. Modern historians often compare Qin's merit rank system to later bureaucratic models, but none matched its cruelty and efficiency. It was a legalist revolution that redefined power. Legitimacy came from service to the state, not from heaven or ancestry. Demoted inheritance prevented aristocratic decay. No merit, no title, destroyed blood privilege. Together, they created a state unlike any in ancient Eurasia, a state that could organize millions as one, yet broke under its own unyielding pressure. When we look at Qin's collapse, we often focus on tyrannical rule or uprisings, but the root lies in this rank system. It gave Qin invincible strength, but no stability, endless ambition, but no rest. The rules that made it an empire also made its reign short. This is the hidden tragedy of Qin. Its greatest institutional genius became its fatal flaw. If you enjoyed this journey into ancient China, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more epic history. See you next time.